on one of the most controversial fighters in the UFC right now. Bryce Mitchell, 17-3 against Gene. I'm gonna go ahead and say the killer Silva,
John Silva,
15-2. Moises, pop
bro.
off, boy. What you got? You seem
This
excited about this one, my friend.
I'm so fired up for this fight, bro. John Silva, his last fight, that knockout was just beautiful. And I can see John Silva winning this. And I don't want to count Bryce Mitchell out. Bryce Mitchell out is a beast, okay? He's a beast too. I know he went rounds with Ilya Taporia. He did get submitted by Ilya, but come on, man, we're talking about Taporia here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But where I'm going with this one is Bryce Mitchell. I know he has that dog in him too, but I feel like his wrestling is gonna do damage to John Silva, because we've never really seen John Silva wrestle or get in trouble in the
Right.
grappling exchanges. Because John Silva, he's quick. Don't get me wrong, he has that freaking that Hulk punch. You know what I'm saying? Just like Josh Emmett. Even though I'm not talking about that, but my pick today though is gonna be Bryce Mitchell.
Dang, I guess I'm not on the hook like I thought, baby. I actually already got a bet in. Took Bryce Mitchell at plus 250 to beat John Silva. Put a buck 25 on him, make about 300. Hopefully that
Yep.
baby hits. But you literally thinking what I was thinking. John Silva really hasn't been tested by any grappling and things like that. They've kind of set him up against strikers and things like that. And once Bryce Mitchell gets a hold of you, it's usually the wrap.
Yeah.
I mean, Emmett, yeah, knocked and put him into convulsed seizure, but he never had to deal with his grappling. Was that his first round knockout, right? When he
Yeah,
slept?
the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time knockout. Yeah,
So I mean, Emmett didn't even have to deal with it. So
that's cool.
I really feel Bryce Mitchell's grappling is going to be weight, and maybe he never gets a hold of him. Maybe he keeps him at distance, and Bryce is just trying to get a hold of him the whole time, and he gets slept too. That's 100% easily a possibility. But if
Yeah,
Bryce does get a hold of him, truthfully, I feel Jean Silva, his skill level is he's gonna get choked out.
yeah,
And if he doesn't,
yeah,
Bryce will just ride him.
yeah.
What you got, Lee?
I am on the other end of this one. I am with Jean Silva. As Moises mentioned, he's been on an absolute tear. Statistically, he's got an 80% takedown defense. But what does it for me, and Bryce Mitchell would probably kick my ass if he ever hears me say this, but Bryce Mitchell, and you've seen it with Ilya Taporia, you've definitely seen it with Josh Emmett. He doesn't have awareness of safety or defense when he enters and exits the pocket.
Damn,
And
you're
that's a
right.
major concern against Jean Silva. He does not know where he's safe and does not know where the problems lie. So if he manages to, if he gets the takedown, yes, but if he's going to set it up with his strikes, every time he comes in to land a combination to set up his takedown, his defense and safety is not there inside and outside of the pocket. And that's a roll of the dice with Jean Silva.
Love that.
God dang, Lee. You think you know what you're talking about, son? That was beautiful. That was beautiful. It really was. That was like a book, man.
Yeah, that was. I was like, man, I could have taken
Shit,
those
Lee.
two.
He probably beat the shit out of me in strike, and I'm not as good as I think I am. But
Yeah. That was beautiful, man. The way that came off your tongue. Good shit, my friend. Moving on to